We need to take charge of our own destiny, be positive. I generally look at life as a glass half full rather than half empty. I'm humbled to be counted amongst the thought leaders of Pakistan that ICON has collated. I take great pride in playing my part in the development of the insurance industry in general, but more specifically in the opportunities that we provide to the thousands of people who are working for EFU Life and contributed to transforming lives for the better. They say the best things happen by accident. I was in the British Civil Service in the Department of Health and Social Security, working in London. We as a family decided to move to Bristol for personal reasons, but I was not able to get an immediate transfer from London to Bristol. An acquaintance of mine who was at that time working for an insurance company called L.I. Dunbar asked me, basically said, look, before you actually get your permanent job, a proper job, why don't you join the insurance industry? I did. I knocked on doors for about 2 years and then was recruited into the training and development of a department of the company. And that's where my career started. I knew Mr. Bimji from my UK days, and he was the first person to have got a license when private sector companies were allowed to re-enter the insurance market. He asked me to come to Pakistan for a couple of weeks consultancy to help him set up a business plan, design products, a distribution blueprint, and those 2 weeks of consultancy has now extended to 28 years. And as they say, the rest is history. When I joined the company, we had 10 employees, and I was working out of a small room with 1 round table and 3 chairs. We now have over 10,000 people working with EFU Life out of 350 branches. The funds that we manage now exceed 150 billion, making us one of the largest asset managers in the country. So those are a couple of indications of how far we've come. But of course, we're still scratching the surface, and there's still a long way to go. I think there are a lot of preconceived notions, myths about life insurance. I think the first obvious myth is, well, it's only about death benefit. Someone else is going to benefit after I've passed away. Not the case. Other myth is, well, can I really afford it? I mean, you can take out life insurance for as little as 2 rupees a day. So these are myths that we have to break through. And I think get people to think about life insurance as lifestyle insurance. It's about protecting standards of living. It's about accumulating savings for your children's education and marriage. It's about security and retirement. It's about living benefits, benefits that are paid whilst you're alive if you have critical illness. So I think that's starting to happen through education. I think COVID, in a sense, has helped because it's brought mortality rather close to home. So I think people have started to realize the value of life insurance. Success is relative and means different things to different people, and it's also contextual. In a personal context, the fact that I have 4 children who've grown up to be decent human beings, I count that as a success. In the context of the business environment, the fact that EFU Life has helped to transform the insurance space from day one. We've been pioneers in a lot of new concepts and ideas that have been introduced in Pakistan. The first company to bring in unit-linked products. Now every private sector company markets those. needs analysis, the fact that we didn't allow any of our people to go out and market unless they had set through a training course, passed exams. So lots of firsts, which are now the norm. The other, I think, dimension of success, as far as I'm concerned, is seeing the lives of people who work for EFU Life transform over the years that they've been with us. You know, the standards of living improve, moving into better houses, buying new houses, children going to better schools. So it's the generational, intergenerational transformation that happens because the expectations get raised. And that, I think, is a key facet of success as far as I'm concerned. I think you have to lead from the front. You have to walk the talk. If you say one thing, but you're seen to be doing something else, that credibility gap, the trust deficit will mean no one's really going to follow you. It's about empowering people. Don't manipulate. Be honest with people, even if you have to convey not very good news. But it's important that people look at you and trust you. Sometimes I think some people get a little too smart and start manipulating. Good people will see through you and be positive. I generally look at life as a glass half full rather than half empty. Pakistan has one of the lowest insurance penetration in this part of the world. So I think there is still tremendous upside in terms of growth. As a country, 60% of our population is currently under 25. So again, there's potential as these people grow. In the middle class will swell. That's I think also is another tremendous opportunity in terms of growth. Of course, there are challenges. I think the political uncertainty, the high inflation rate that we're currently going through, all those have an effect. The recent pandemic, COVID, made the whole industry just take a pause back, was a bit of a pause. But it also, the other side of the coin is that it actually brought home the value of insurance closer to heart, because of everyone really knows of someone who's suffered from COVID or has passed away. So I think there's tremendous opportunities. I think going forward, financial inclusion will be a key. As I said, one of the lowest penetration, so the future thrust needs to be in terms of bringing more and more people into the safety net, small ticket products, and therefore we have to be innovative in terms of our distribution channels, linking up with branchless banks, telcos and so on, to be able to market the small ticket products and increase financial inclusion. Another area of growth, and we've already seen that over the last 5-6 years, is going to be the kafil, the Islamic Sharia compliant insurance. And that, I think, is going to give us tremendous opportunity for growth. So I continue to be very positive in spite of all the challenges about the prospect of life insurance and EFU Life going forward. As I mentioned, 60% of our population is under 25. Now, this is either tremendous human capital, an asset, or a huge burden if not trained and educated properly. Unfortunately, as a society, we've not done a particularly good job in that. I think we need to take charge of our own destiny. Too many people, I find, are waiting for someone else to come in, make a difference before they say, I will join in that process. I think you need any change that you want to see in the future needs to start with you. You need to be the change management. No matter how small the change is, you can make a difference, leave a legacy. My advice to all is be positive, dream big, have high expectations. Don't listen to those around you who are constantly damping your expectations down and telling you you can't achieve these goals. You can. It's down to your hard work, because the only person standing in the way of your success is you.